My father was a Class A bigot who saw the world as if everything was black and white and nothing else existed. The way he treated me and my mother was something I only later learned was abusive and nothing like a man should. Still, back when I was a kid, I just thought he was the strongest man on the planet. Everyone seemed to fear him, and he seemed to be on a whole other level of existence from the rest of us, including my mother and me. We lived in a tiny house at the far end of the proud capital city of our country, Anwin. Some days we barely had anything to eat, but then Dad would return from one of his constant trips and bring us a lot of food. Once he even gave me a fighting knife and taught me how to use it. I admired him way too much to notice something was off, to realize that the sounds my mother made every night were muffled sobs. Mum died on my 16th birthday, and Dad took it upon himself to drag me to the military training academy and shove me into a battalion. I was the youngest and most unprepared, so the guys used to bully me and try every possible way to make me leave. They knew who my father was, and I later learned that was the exact reason they acted as they did. Until one day, Burke came along. He had been transferred from some smaller battalion north of the country, and he was trouble incarnated. I kept mostly to myself, mainly because every time Burke was around, some fight would break out. The fact he was like this was enough reason to take the lights out of my head. The guys started to plan ways to humiliate the broody new guy, and I was forgotten. He never bent or showed weakness, so they tried harder. The result was broken arms or hands around the Academy's members, and beds on fire among other signs of his rebellion. At some point, I was taken by Commander Leon to train with the equipment department, since my build did not align so well with the hard military training. My father was not proud. He came fewer and fewer times to see me after I was reassigned, but, to my surprise, I was grateful for his absence. I woke up the next day to the sound of sirens. Rebel attack. I was exhausted and moody, but as I ran towards the main building among other cadets, I got even angrier. My father was there. He looked pissed as he noticed me. I was too tired to care. It was my birthday, my mother's death anniversary. There was nothing I cared about that day.
There has been an attack west of Anwin. Apparently they got some sort of radio connection we deemed ruined. It's bad, and they are killing everyone who tries to approach the area.
Father roared in his hard tone.
Unit 12 will be responsible to cut their access in and out. Unit 6, I need the best snipers to eliminate those threats.
He kept going, unit after unit, and my mind drifted to the boy, man, I kept waiting for all week. He was a bit ahead of my group, but I could see his face in profile. He was bleeding again. There was a clear blue mark on his face, an indication of yet another fight that had happened days before. I got angry and must have made some sort of sound because soon the battalion was staring at me.
Since you're so eager, you could go with Unit 2 and take over their technology,
my father commanded. He sent me a dark look and then nodded to the two commanders next to him as if to order them to accept his decision. They didn't protest. No one dared to say no to him. In a second we were all moving, and I had no idea what I was going to do.